My name's Chris, and I repair my own audio equipment, and I also show you how to repair yours. So let's get started. Cassette deck prices have gone crazy. I'm going to show you how to either repair your own deck or have a professional repair it. Everybody thought vinyl was done after CDs came out, and look what happened. I'm going to show you the difference between you servicing your own cassette deck for $35 or you sending it to a professional for $1,000. Please subscribe and hit that like button. It helps so much. First method's the do-it-yourself method. You guys that follow my videos, you know, that's the method I use. So I'm going to show you where I went to purchase belts, and I've purchased belts for both this Nakamichi Dragon that you see in this video, and I use their belts and their instructions to rebuild my unit, but also for other decks. So I think this website is where you should start if you need belts for your vintage tape deck. So go to wjoe.com. And from there, you can follow the links to their different products. But a lot of times, the hard part's just finding the website. And I'm not going to give you guys how to maneuver through a website seminar here. I think most of you know how to do that. But one of the most important features, I think, of this website is they have a section of how to measure your belts. So if you can't find a belt or a belt kit for your particular unit, they've got instructions about how to measure your belts, and even if you don't have belts, if your belts are totally broken, how you go about finding out what belt you need for your particular unit. So I think that's really a neat feature of this site. So even if they don't have the belt, you might be able to find the belt somewhere else if you've got the dimensions that you need for that belt. The same folks who run the WJoe website also are on eBay. So if you can find your kit there, you already have an eBay account, you feel more comfortable there, whatever the reason, they are also on eBay. The great thing about these kits is that they come with diagrams. They don't just come with belts. Any of you guys out there have bought belts before? A lot of times you just get belts in a little plastic bag and basically not even a good luck sticker on them. There's no information at all. And these have detailed instructions on how to start. It starts with remove 4 screws from the outside of the case to take the top cover off. That's where it starts. Then it proceeds in detail about how to install those belts. It even includes grease in the kit and where to apply that grease. So it's an excellent kit for not just a beginner. I think unless you're an expert on Nakamichi Dragons, I don't care if you've done a whole bunch of other belts and cassette decks. I mean, I think this is invaluable to have for anybody who's attempting to do their own belts. Really, the only special tool that you need for installing belts into a tape deck is dental picks of some sort. You need something with kind of a hook on the end, like I'm showing the picture from WJoe's website. You just need a tool like that. If you've got another tool that looks kind of like that, something that you could pull a rubber belt, because you can kind of see how you could stick it in there, be able to stretch that belt and get it up over a pulley. Some screwdrivers and a couple pair of needle nose pliers, and you should be good to go. The only downside from purchasing belts from WJoe is they're a little more expensive. And I hate to even bring it up as a downside. It just seems ridiculous. It's going to run you around $35 for this belt kit with the instructions on how to do it. And you may be able to find the belts for $15 or $20 somewhere else. I just think it's ridiculous to try to save $10, $15, $20, whatever it is, when they're providing you such detailed instructions. Where normally you would get no instructions, you just get the belts, and as I said before, basically, good luck. So if you feel that this isn't a project that you want to take on, that you're just not capable of doing it, or you don't have the time to do it, or it doesn't really matter the reason why, there are other options to get a Dragon repaired properly. So let me go ahead and show you those. Two well-known places to get your Nakamichi Dragon worked on is Electronics Service Labs or Willie Herman. They both have excellent reputations. They've both been around for years. The only thing is, if you deal with either of these two places, there's quite a backlog usually. It's not quick. And also, it's not going to be inexpensive. You can see here's a receipt from Willie Herman on a Dragon he worked on in 7 hours at $125 an hour. I don't think that's bad. And I don't know this for a fact, but this looks like a receipt that you could probably expect to have the belts replaced, have it tested out by an expert, and then have it warrantied. And by testing it, I don't mean you play, you record, you fast forward, you rewind, you say works perfect. No, that's not the way a professional would check out a tape deck. They have specialized equipment, they have specialized tapes that allow them to set these decks up perfectly, and many times they're going to meet their factory specs that they had 40 or 50 years ago. Now, not that they're not going to record with it, not that they're not going to play a tape with it, not that they're not going to make sure it fast forwards and rewinds. They're going to, but they're going to do a lot of steps long before that, and steps that take specialized equipment and knowledge. So for that $1,000, you're getting a lot more than somebody just putting in $32 worth of belts for you. Checking the frequency response of the deck and making sure that both channels track together. And that's just something you can't do if you just replace the belts at home. It's not going to be cheap if you send it off to somebody who is a professional. He's not going to work for free, and you're probably going to get the deck back, and it's probably going to work the rest of your life fine. So you just got to decide, is that the kind of money you want to put in to a cassette deck, to a Dragon, to have it come back and be 100% for you? And speaking about coming back, did you notice on the receipt there's no freight charge, no shipping charges? Well, I guarantee you that deck was carried into him. There's going to be shipping charges that most of us would have to add to that. And you guys know in today's world, it's going to be at least $50 out, $50 back to you. And you've got to get packing material to go along with that. So it's going to be at least another $100 and probably more like $125 or $150. So all in, at a minimum, think of $1,000. And don't be shocked if it costs a little bit more than that. And it may cost a lot more than that if your Dragon needs more work than just the normal restoration of a 40-year-old cassette deck. So you've got to keep that in mind too. Someone's got to go in there and troubleshoot an issue. So for example, if your Dragon won't power up, well, they've got to fix that before they can go on and rebuild the Dragon, because first they've got to get it to power up. And so there's going to be some cost there. And it's really impossible for anyone to estimate the cost of something when it's broke until they take a look at it. I think by now you get the idea. If you have to send your Dragon off either to be restored or be repaired or both, it's going to cost you some money. Whichever method you choose, whether you repair it yourself or whether you have a professional repair it, it may be time to repair your cassette deck because they are bringing huge money online. With the Nakamichi Dragon selling for $8,500 on September 20th, 2025, and several others that are selling for over $4,000 on eBay. And keep in mind, these are sold listings. These aren't those bogus listings where they ask a gazillion dollars and they never sell. These are selling. Up until recent times with cassette decks, except the high-end ones, they just weren't even worth repairing because it would just cost you too much to have somebody repair them. If you repaired it yourself, it took your time, and a lot of people just didn't do anything with them. Now, the decks are selling for so much that many of them are certainly worth the time and the money to repair because you're going to be able to get top dollar for them. For me, there'd only be two choices if I had a cassette deck I wanted to restore. And I tried to lay that out in this video. One is you do it yourself. That's the most inexpensive way, but also the most difficult way. You've got to do the work yourself. And the other way is to send it off to a professional and have them do it. I don't think there's any middle of the road with the two choices. Either you do it yourself or you send it to the best, which are ESL Labs or Willie Herman. One's on the East Coast, one's on the West, but I don't think it's worth having somebody else that you don't know service your Dragon other than those two. because these people have had solid reputations over decades, and why take a risk with somebody else? I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you're presently not a subscriber, I'd really appreciate it if you considered being one. For my present subscribers, as always, thank you so much for sticking with me, and no matter if you're a subscriber or not, hit that like button. It helps the channel so much. Y'all have a good day.